Hi there. So today's practice is going to be another yin yang practice. Last week I posted a video that was a combination of the yin and the yang energies that are really inherent in any yoga practice. But in a lot of practices, the energy of the yang, the more expressive, shorter held poses, more energetic. Poses and practices are what we know, but the yin practice is a different kind of energy, and it's more of an internal energy and more of an energy of allowing and letting things kind of happen on their own rather than kind of going for it. So today's practice, as last week's practice, is going to be a combination of the two of those. And today's practice has some elements of the sequence that I did last week, but it's definitely a little bit different, and it gives us an opportunity to kind of work with those poses in just a little bit of a different, maybe some of them in different planes, and also in just another approach to it as part of a similar but slightly different sequence, which is really good. We want to definitely do that from time to time, and part of the reason is because as I expressed to my live yoga group, that the practices I'm working with currently and playing around with are sequences that I put together, golly, I guess it was nearly 7 years ago. But I didn't love there was, I liked I liked where I was going for, but there was something not quite right in the feel. I've come back to them here 7 years later, and I'm finding, and I'm, doing the revisions that I couldn't quite see I needed to make at that time. And that's the beauty of, that's the beauty of yoga. You can really do the same darn thing every day and never get tired of it, or understand that there's more to be learned and there's more to be done. And that requires patience, right? Patience and anyway. We're not going to go into it now. But anyway, so today's class will have a little more of a more balanced combining, very much like last week's class, a balanced combining of both the yin and the yang energies. And so we'll be doing some yin poses and we'll be doing some yang poses. And again, it's just a more, trying to create more of that even blend, and so we can access both parts of those energies that exist in each and every one of us. Yin is attributed to being a more feminine energy, where yang is attributed to being a more masculine energy. And that's why Y-I-N is yin, and yang is Y-A-N-G. No matter how you identify, no matter what your assigned gender, or what your gender was at birth, or what you choose to be, these energies exist in every single part of nature, and certainly within us. And we're always saying, I want to find a more balanced life. Part of it can start here. So we're going to go ahead and do some of these poses. Now, in a yin practice, if you're doing a straight up yin practice, the poses are generally held in a more simple version, and in the yang poses, we hold them moderately. We hold them for a length of time rather than a breath count. Yang are more of a, again, that energetic recruitment of muscles, and we will, because we're doing that, there's a more, we can only really hold them for so long. Whereas yin, the pose unfolds the longer we hold it. And we hold them in a very moderate range. So any of the yin poses that you do, you want to be relaxing muscularly. I'll definitely talk about this as we go through the practice. And we also want to be holding them for a length of time. Now, the length of time is generally anywhere from 3 to 7 minutes in a straight yin practice. Because we're doing a combination, the yin poses today will only be held for 3 minutes. And I'm going to have a little timer with me in order to keep me on track. And that'll help us, get through the practice. You don't need to use a timer yourself. I'll, like I said, I've got a little timer here we'll be using. I don't normally practice with music, but it's a nice breezy day here, and the wind chimes are what you're hearing in the background. So please enjoy those. All right, let's go ahead and get started. What you'll need today are, you can see I have, this is a Zathu. if you have just a firm pillow is really good, or maybe a combination of rolled up blankets or something to give some kind of substantial prop. I also have a couple of blocks back there. I have another rolled up prop that I will use, although that's can be substituted by using a block instead, a green prop. I've got a blanket and I've got another combination, I've got a pile of blankets and whatnot and pillows over there. Really, the main thing you want to have, like I said, are maybe just a bunch of blankets and a block, or some suitable substitute for the block, and space enough to do your practice. Sometimes we try to really condense our space, but if you don't have that amount of space, again, I don't think anything that we'll be doing in this sequence of kind of like mentally checking is going to be too out there. Let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'll give you some cues as we go along here. And we're actually going to start in a pose called mermaid. So coming on to the, and actually this might be a good prop for that too, as well as a block. Coming on to your right hip on the pillow or whatever you're choosing here. So coming onto that right hip. On the side, so you can start with it. You want to start with your knees bent and stacked and have your hands on the floor. And then go ahead and just drape. Now, if you need to use a pillow under your head here, that's a great start. Again, we want to hold yin poses in a very moderate range. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer for 3 minutes. There we go. And you can just start here. This is the simplest way to be here. If being up on the bolster is too much, just lay on your side without the bolster. You might want a pillow under the head. I've got one under mine. And then more, as the pose begins to unfold, you might separate the legs so the top knee, my left knee, is going to slide forward of the right one. So my legs are in kind of a pinwheel shape. And then you can go even further by extending the left arm up and over. Now this is where that block comes in. Well, I'm going to grab a prop here because you can take a block maybe on its highest side as a good place to start, because this is a really big stretch. And then the bottom arm can just come out perpendicular to the chest and the shoulder. And then you just kind of lay here. So yin poses, like I said, are that it's more that energy of allowing, being receptive to letting something unfold on its own. So rather than pushing or striving or doing something right now with the, let's say in the muscles, what I'm doing is I'm just letting the muscles fall away from all the bones. There's more than 2 in the body. So I'm letting the muscles fall away from the bones. And as the ease and that more relaxed approach happens in the body, both in the mind as well as in the physiological parts of my body, the pose just kind of, you start to feel the natural shifts that are happening. And this can be difficult, right? Because we like to kind of control things. So staying as still as possible is the first principle of yin. How could we do that? Well, again, being more moderate. So on a scale of 1 to 10, keeping the range of sensation between a 1 and a 5. Because if we get above a 5, then the muscles start to kind of grab on and want to kind of control that slide. But if we stay 1, 2, 3, or we feel a little safer about letting the pose become for us rather than trying to shape the pose by engaging muscularly. So keeping the range of sensation between 1 and 10. Oh, see, there's that 3 minutes. So go ahead and slide here. Slide the left knee back on top of the right to start, and then gently, slowly, we move slowly in the transitions, bringing the left arm down to the side. That's the first thing. And then To come to the other side, which we are doing today, stack the left foot on the floor slowly and then turn. Now I'm also going to kind of adjust my pillow under my hips, so now I'm on it squarely rather than kind of falling off. I'm going to take care of myself, right? And I'm actually going to stay here with a neutral spine for about 1 minute before we move to the other side. I'm just going to pause here. Just for a little while. So in yin, we don't do any herky-jerky movements. There's no quick movements because we're working with the connective tissue. We're working with the ligaments. We're working with the joints. And these tissues like slow movements. So go slow, baby, go slow. So that's about a minute. I'm not looking at the clock, but I'm just gauging. I'm sensing into my body for when I feel like I want to make that shift. So, oh, shoot. Oh. Okay, we're still going. Yeah, forget like when I use this app that sometimes the screen passes. So we're going to go to the other side. So now coming on to, and I'm going to stay facing you, so I'm going to change a little bit. You don't need to. You can just go to the other side. So now I'm on my left hip, and now I'm going to, can set up everything over here on the other side, even my block. If you're doing that, do that. But like I said, I want to face you. So again, now I'm going to come onto my left hip. I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes. There we go. Just kind of assess, this is a different side of the body. The knees are stacked. And my bottom arm, my left arm is just straight out from my chest. And now I'm going to just kind of twist and let now my right knee slide forward. That's my top knee. And my left leg is just kind of here. Now this is a different side of the body, so you might not want to do the same positions with your limbs that you did on the other side. You may not even want to position your head the same way. Just see. Do you notice, like right now I want to keep looking at the camera. My chin when I was on the other side, I was looking up at the ceiling because that's where it felt good to me. That's the nice thing about yin. You start to, because you take a longer time in the poses, the ability to sense what your body actually likes becomes clearer. You start to understand what your body not only likes, but also what's needed. You also can feel what your body doesn't like where the gripping is. So like here, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this block and I'm going to place it underneath my right knee because that feels a lot better on my right hip. Letting that knee just fall to the floor, letting that gravity be so much pull was not awesome. And I see also here that my right arm actually would prefer, there. It took me a minute to kind of feel like what was a better position. Keep me in that range of sensation of 1 to 5. Having it in other positions was exceeding. You want to stay steady with the breath. That's the other thing a yin practice gives us, is the ability to notice when we aren't breathing. Because no matter whether you're doing a yin or a yang practice, the most important thing is the breath. And placing the breath too, the breath placement. So right here, I'm breathing a lot into my right upper chest because that's where it's needed. Just as in a yang practice, sending the breath to the places where our body needs it is the support. Maybe all the support that we need. So again, to come out of these poses, we really move slowly. So when bringing my right arm down, to my side, and then sliding that right knee back on top of the left. And then moving slowly, because we're working with the joints, we're working with those ligaments, these connective tissues that are beginning to unwind because we are being still. Really want to stay slow. So just taking that moment. And then pushing through the feet to lift up my hips a little bit. Again, taking another moment once that prop has been moved. Let the spine rest fully. And the arms can be, I've got mine in my belly, but yours might be at your sides, palms up. And when it's time, it's time. And you can pick the amount of time that you need. You can even stop the video and wait. Right? That's also an option. So roll over to one side, push down into the floor to come up, and moving slow, moving slow. Even, getting into an upright position and taking the left hand to your head. I've got my left hand going, but you might be different, and using that to pick up your head completely. Really give the weight of the head over. And just play with that, because you really will be surprised how much tension is in your neck and head. Coming into wide-kneed child's pose, when you start to do that, you start to really understand, you start to get a better picture of that. So in wide-kneed child's, the knees come out. I'm using a yoga mat, right? So I'm going to put my knees out to the width of my mat. You might choose a different width, but coming into a wider stance and just turning to the tops of the toes. And then coming down. So I still have my blanket here. So, it's pretty folded. So I'm actually going to unfold it a little bit here to place it underneath my forehead. Arms extend out to the side. Forward, palms down. Again, I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes here. And then shift the hips way back. Again, I'm taking my pillow back to just prop under the forehead. So as this pose unfolds, I often find that I need to make small little micro adjustments to my head. Maybe sometimes tucking the chin a little as the connective tissue along the spine begins to release. Mention tension in the neck. This is where as simple as a pose as this is, that neck tension can really show up. And those micro adjustments to the neck are really helpful to address that. So the pose can continue to unfold. And you notice there's not a tremendous amount of instruction with these poses, these first few ones that we're going to do. Because everything is happening on its own. There's a lot of simplicity, but yet there's a tremendous also amount of complexity. So just stay focused on the breath. Again, placing it into areas where you're feeling the connective tissue maybe be itchy, where you're feeling that dull, broad ache. Those are sensations that are okay. If you're feeling anything sharp, electrical, hot, that white heat, those are not okay pose. Those are not okay sensations. Back out of the pose gently. And you can always reach out to me for, if that kind of thing is happening, for alternatives. I'm happy to provide that information. I'll provide my information in the description. So please let me know. To give you a related kind of pose if that is happening for you. Or at least point you in the right direction if there's something that needs to be attended to in your body. Always do all of your practices, even these simple yin poses and these yin shapes, with the doctor's permission. Get clearance for anything. Although these poses are definitely for beginners, that's all relative, right? There we go. So again, just shifting forward very slowly to come up to a tabletop position, bringing one knee in and then the other. And then finding something to sit on. We're going to come into a knee pile position. Knee pile, shifting the energy gradually here. So coming into knee pile and working with Surya Bedna. So actually, I need to change the cross of my legs. So what you want to do here is stack the right knee on top of the left in a way that the heels can come back towards your hips. If that's not possible, half knee pile is a good idea, extending the bottom leg forward. And if none of this is possible, you can come into more of a, what's called Janu Sirsasana, which is just a foot to the inner thigh. So the left leg would be long and the right foot's to the inner thigh. If none of that's possible, feel free to do a comfortable cross-legged position or legs forward position, maybe with the right ankle crossed on top of the left. All right, cross-legged position would be, again, just the right leg in front. So find a position that works for you. And then we're working with a practice called Surya Bedna, which is a variation on alternate nostril breath. So pick up the right hand, place the index and middle finger at the brow point. Close the left nostril with the ring finger and leave the right side open with the thumb hovering. Close the eyes. You can even prop up the right elbow with the left hand. And then take a deep breath through the right side. Exhaling first if you need to. Close both sides and hold. And lift the ring finger and exhale left. Exhale completely. Then close the left side, come back around for the inhale, breathing through the right side, opening the right nostril first. Close both sides when you're full. Lift ring finger and exhale left. Close left side when you're empty. Free up the right nostril. Breathe in through right side. Maybe going past the point of normal full. Close right side, exhale left. Release the right arm. Take your hands to the sides and gently unwind both legs. You windshield wiper them from side to side or swish around your ankles. And then do the other side. Find the leg position that's going to work for you. Gave you some variations. Variations on knee pile or knee pile. This time picking up the left hand. Left leg's on top or to the side. Close off the right side with the ring finger. Leave the left nostril open and free. Exhale through left side if you need to. And then inhale through the left side. Hold both sides closed. Lift ring finger, exhale right. When you're empty, close off the right side, come back around, inhale left. When you're full, close left side, free up the right side, exhale. Close right side when you're empty, come back around, breathe in left side. Close left side when you are full. Release the right side, exhale. Release the hands down and just breathe in as you unwind the legs again. Breathing freely in and out. Surya, and I think I didn't say that when we move to the left side, that's called Chandra Vedra. So the Surya Vedna, alternate nostril breath again, balances out the energies of the two sides of the body. When we do this variation, we're energizing the sun side of the body. Surya in Sanskrit means sun. And when we go back over to the left side and do it the way we did, it's called Chandra Vedna. And Chandra is moon. So again, it's that sun and moon energy, that yin and that yang. The yin is the moon, the yang is the sun. So we work it both. All right, let's come into, let's go on the floor. Let's do some abdominals. Okay, great. I just want to check my class plan here for us. So we're going to do a couple of variations. We're going to do elbow to knee with traction, and then we're going to add in a practice called roga. So watch me first. All right, we'll show you what that looks like. Then we're going to be doing frogs. So I'll show you all of the abdominals that we're going to do today. All right, adjust your clothes. All right, so elbow to knee looks like this. Watch me first. Interlace hands at the base of the skull, elbows point straight to ceiling. You can start with the feet on the floor, or you can have both knees bent, right? I'll show you variations. So it'll be a deep breath in, again, watching first. Holding the breath, picking up shoulders. Exhaling, extend right leg to ceiling, take right hand to thigh. Push thigh forward, pull low belly down. Inhale, stay up in the shoulders, bring both feet to floor. If this is not doable with your shoulders up, keep them down. Exhale, extend left leg to ceiling. Turn elbows left, take left hand to thigh. Push on thigh, pull low belly down. With the knees up, it looks like this. It's an inhale. Hold the breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend right leg up. Turn elbows right. Ooh, take right hand to thigh, push the low belly down. Oh, I was taking my left hand. Inhale, bend both knees. Hold the breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend left leg up, turn elbows left, take left hand to thigh, push thigh forward, pull low belly down. Now, the other variation we're going to do is something called roga. Looks like this. Inhale. Hold the breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend right leg up, take left foot to inner thigh, pull low belly down. Left heel pushes against the thigh. Again, doing the other side so you can see it. Inhale, bring knees back to center, elbows center. Hold breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend left leg up, take right foot to left inner thigh. You can hold the leg. Push on the leg with the foot. Low belly down. So as the heel pushes against the inner thigh, the belly's pulling down. So it's like tree, right? All right, so frog, when we get to it, it's going to look like this. The heels are not up above the knees. They're down, but just slightly below the knee line. And you've got a 90-degree bend at the knees. Elbows, shoulders stay up if you can. If not, just keep them down and work the belly and leg cues. All right, so take a deep breath in. Lift shoulders up if you can. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Pull the low belly down and push out with the buttocks to the heels. So you're working the back of the legs from the buttocks to the heels. We'll get there. We're actually going to do bridge in between, but let's do it. All right, so interlace hands at the base of the skull. I'll do a couple with the feet down. Take a deep breath in, lift shoulders up. Elbow to knee with traction. Exhale, extend right leg to ceiling, take right hand to thigh. Push thigh lightly, pull low belly down. The muscles of the legs are doing more work. Inhale, set both feet on the floor. And if you didn't know it, we got right into yawn. Exhale, lengthen the left leg up. Take left hand on thigh, push thigh, pull low belly down. Let's do another one with the feet down. Inhale, set both feet on the floor. Hold the breath, push low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, extend right leg to ceiling. Take right hand on thigh, push thigh, pull low belly down. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, set both feet on the floor. Hold the breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend left leg to ceiling. Take left hand to thigh, push thigh, pull low belly down. Again, it's the thigh muscles that are working. The hand is just the guide. Inhale. Keep your feet on the floor if you need to. Pick feet up if you can. Hold the breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend right leg up. Take right hand to thigh. Push thigh, pull low belly down. Roll the shoulders open. Inhale, bend both knees. Hold the breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend left leg up. Take left hand to thigh, push thigh, pull low belly down. Inhale, bend both knees. Come back to center with elbows. Hold breath. Push low back down. Exhale, extend right leg up. Take right hand to thigh. Pull low belly down. Feel the thigh bone moving forward and up. Pull low belly down again. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend left leg up. Take left hand to thigh. Relax the shoulders open. Pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend right leg up. Turn elbows slightly right. Push on thigh, pull low belly down. Roll that right shoulder open. Pull low belly down again. Inhale, come back to center. Hold breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend left leg up, turn elbows left. Place left hand on thigh. Thigh bone pushes forward and up, pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to do one more set. Hold breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend right leg up. Take right hand to thigh. Roll that right shoulder up and pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend left leg up, turn elbows left. Take left hand on thigh, pull low belly down. Inhale, again, stand on your shoulders if you can. Let's move to Brolga. And if you're doing, let's actually start with feet on the floor. Shoulders up if you can. So you see what that looks like. For those who need to keep both feet on the floor, or one foot down for stability. All right, so take a deep breath in, lift up in the shoulders if you can. Exhale, extend right leg to ceiling. Just keep doing the pushing forward of the thigh, pushing the left foot down, all right? Yeah, that's because that's going to work. You can't have both feet up. Now that I think of it. All right. If you have both knees up, we can do Brolga the way I showed you. All right, take a deep breath in. I'll cue both ways. Hold breath. Push low back down. Exhale, extend right leg to ceiling. If you've got the foot on the floor, push it down firmly. Left foot to inner thigh if you have both legs up. Pull low belly down, push left foot to inner thigh. Inhale, bend both knees. Hold breath, push low back down, no matter whether the feet are up or down. Exhale, extend left leg up. Right foot pushes floor if that's where it's at. Foot to inner thigh if you're working differently. Push the thigh bone with the heel. Pull low belly down. Inhale, knees back to center. Hold breath, push low back down. Exhale, extend right leg up. Left foot pushes floor or put it on the right inner thigh. Push the thigh, pull low belly down. Push the floor if you've got it on the floor. Inhale, come back to center. Hold breath, push low back down. Exhale, left foot to ceiling. Right foot's going to move to inner thigh if it's there. On the floor gives a push, right? So you're pushing the thigh or the floor as you're pulling the belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold breath, push low back down. Exhale, right leg up, left foot on floor, inner thigh, push heel, pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, push low back down. Exhale, left leg to ceiling, right foot on floor or left inner thigh, pull low belly down. Give that thigh a push or the floor. Use that right heel. Inhale, come back to center with the knees. We're doing 2 more. Hold breath, push low back down. Exhale, reach right leg up. Push left foot, heel on floor or inner thigh. Pull low belly down. Deep breath in, come back to center. Hold the breath, push low back down. Exhale, left leg up. Take right heel to inner thigh or push it on the floor. Pull low belly down. Really push that right heel, whatever it's pushing. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, push low back down. Last set. Exhale, reach right leg up. Left foot to inner thigh, push with left heel, pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, push low back down. Exhale, left foot to up, right heel to inner thigh or on the floor, push with that thigh. Not a lot of work here. It's just a guide. Pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center, feet on the floor. If you have a block or something suitable, make sure you have that nearby for bridge. If you've got a thing in your hair like I do, you might want to move that. Don't let it dig in the back of your skull. So walk the feet just slightly wider than the hips and bring the arms to the sides, palms up, tickle the backs of the heels. Activate the feet and push heels down. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, push the heels down to help the hips up. Again, roll the shoulders open. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck becomes long. Take great big full breaths in. Lengthen the breath as you exhale. Keep pushing down through the heels. Staying relaxed in the neck. As I said earlier, we're going to hold this bridge for a little longer. There's not as much going on, but there's still muscular engagement. Where do you need to place the breath to support what you're doing? Where in your body are you feeling that resistance or that tension? That's a good place to start. And then take your block, place it on the highest side that works for you. All right, there are 3 heights to the block. Once you get it on the flat part of your spine, the sacrum, right? Not in the low back area, that's gonna feel yucky. Push the sacrum down, and you'll notice that helps you tuck the tailbone and curl the pubic bone up. Walk your feet a little closer. One leg up, couple of breaths. So push down into the right foot. Inhale, left leg to ceiling. And again, take that left hand onto the thigh. We're going to do a couple of Uddiyana breaths here. So take a deep breath in. Hold the breath. And then exhale through the mouth. Keep the breath out. Push the sacrum down on that block. Pull belly down. Reach left heel up. Let that go. Now cross left ankle on the thigh. You can let both arms come down, or you can do robot arms. Pushing, bringing the elbows close in. Don't let them chicken wing. Push the upper arms against the floor. Let's do another round of Uddiyana here. So take a deep breath in. Really fill up softly. Bring that breath in so it softens the tissues inside. That's that yang quality. And then exhale, I'm sorry, yeah. Exhale through the mouth. Keep breath out, pull low belly down and push the sacrum against the block. And then release. Inhale, draw the left knee to the chest. You can reach it up and give that ankle a little swirl as you bring that foot down to the floor. Switching sides, inhale, reach the right leg up. And then take the right hand on the thigh. Exhale. Again, feel that sacrum get anchored evenly on the block. One round of Uddiyana here. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath and see if you can equalize how the sacrum is perched on that block. Exhale through the mouth. Activate the feet, spreading the toes, and pull low belly down. Inhale, bend the knee and bring the right ankle on the left thigh. Take your hands, robot arms. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath when you're full. Exhale out. Keep breath out, pull low belly down. And release. Inhale. Bring the right leg in. And then exhale, step both feet down. Widen the stance a little bit. Bring arms once more to the sides, palms up, and breathe in. Lifting hips off block. Keep pushing down to the heels, spreading both sets of toes. And then exhale. Keep tucking. Like, remember that feeling of the sacrum on the block? Feel for that tuck, that tuck, that tuck. It may take you a little while to get down to maintain that. You might have to pause and retuck and retuck and retuck, but keep retucking, pushing through heels to come all the way down. Once down, roll over to your side, push down against the floor. And again, coming up with a relaxed neck. Use the hand to bring the head back up. And here we are. Let's come into a standing position. We're going to do some sun salutations. So it's coming up to a standing position. Oh, I forgot we were doing frog lifting through. Oh, come back down. My bad. Let's come back on the floor. Forgot the frogs. All right, so coming back onto the floor. Again, the heels are below the line of the knees. Interlace hands at the base of the skull, point elbows straight up. Activate the feet. Take a deep breath in. You can keep the shoulders down, remember. Let the head press back against hands. Exhale, curl tailbone up, pull low belly down, and push from buttocks to heels. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl tailbone up, pull low belly down. Lengthen the tailbone forward, push with feet. This is a good one to do with the feet on the wall, by the way. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades down, pull low belly down, and push with the feet. The more I push with my feet, the more my head comes up. Isn't that interesting? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, and draw the shoulder blades down, pull the low belly down, and push with the feet. I'm going to do two more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades down. Pull low belly down. Push with the feet. Take another deep breath in. Keep the head resting back in the hands. Let it be held. Exhale, curl the tailbone up. Push with the feet. Pull low belly down. Push with the feet again. We're going to do another one. So let's stay up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back. Pull the low belly down. Curl the tailbone up and push with your feet. Give the tailbone another tuck. Pull low belly down again and push with your feet. All right, inhale. Lay shoulders down. Bring your legs back together with your hands. And then again, roll over to your side. Good, you got another opportunity to practice this move and see how awesome it feels. All right, now let's come into a standing position. So come up to the top of your mat. We're gonna do some sun salutations and then we're gonna add some variations. So make sure you have your props nearby if you need them before you get started, whatever those props are gonna be. You can add some pigeons in later, so using a pillow or some blankets might be appropriate. Have what you need nearby, all right? Or feel free to stop the video and go get them. Start with feet at hip distance. Bring your big toes to touch if that's a more comfortable position for you. And then just take the hands to heart center for a moment. It's been a while since you've been on your feet, so take a moment to feel that. Feel what's different. As you breathe in and out. Letting the palms separate at the bottom of that exhale. Inhale, reach both arms straight forward and up. You can keep your hands on your hips if you need to, if working with the arms is too much on shoulders. Forward fold on the exhale. Reaching arms forward, palms face in. Lunge position. Inhale, step the left leg back, bring knee to floor, point toes. Arms can stay low, on blocks, on thigh, or reach up. Exhale, bring hands down to the floor, step back into a table position, toes curled under, maybe lifting the knees, straightening legs, and going to a push-up position. You can pause wherever you're at here for these first few and breathe in. Keep reaching back to the heels, whether the knees are up or down. And then exhale, lower through the knees or a full chaturanga. So if you lower through the knees, you continue to push back through the legs. Squeeze elbows against the body as you lower to the floor. Low cobra with palms up. Slide the hands forward, anchor elbows down. Curl pubic bone and then lift and lengthen through the upper back. Lengthen more through the back of the legs. Exhale, lower down, bring hands back under shoulders, curl toes under it, and pick yourself up to a table position again. Maybe staying here or straightening legs, going to downward facing dog. Lunge position, inhale, step the left foot forward, bring right knee down, point toes. Again, take your hands to the position that's appropriate for you today, maybe going all the way for a full reach. When the exhale comes, bring hands down to floor. Step the back foot forward and fold over legs. Neck relaxed. Inhale, reach both arms forward to come up. Hands to heart, exhale. Other side, inhale, reach arms up. Or again, keep them low on your hips. Forward fold, exhale. Lunge, inhale, step the right leg back, point toes. Arms are going where you need to, right? Blocks, hips, maybe a full reach, maybe just the front thigh for a little traction. Hands down to the floor, curl back, toes under, and again, you can just come into a table position, toes curled under. Reach back through heels, maybe straightening legs. Reach back through your heels, whether the knees are up or down. Pause, breathe in. And then exhale, lower down through the knees. Or maybe a full chaturanga. Squeeze the elbows against the body, whatever you're doing. Shoulders are open, collarbones open. Slide hands forward, turn palms up, push elbows down, low cobra. Inhale, reach back to the legs. Push down in forearms, neck relaxed and long. Lower down, move hands back under shoulders, pull in on the belly to come to your table. Toes curled under, reach back through heels. Maybe straightening legs, going to downward facing dog. Lunge position, inhale, step the right foot forward, bring left knee down, point toes. Hands are where you need them to be. Maybe you reach up. Exhale, hands down to floor, step back foot forward to fold over legs. Neck relaxed. Keep neck relaxed as you inhale to come up. Hands can reach forward or stay on hips. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, let's keep going. Inhale, reach arms up. That's one full round, by the way. Exhale, forward fold. Lunge, inhale, step left leg back. Exhale, hands to heart. Hands to the floor, excuse me. Maybe going to a stepping back to a full plank. Pause, breathe in. Keep reaching through the heels. Keep them reaching as you come down, either through a full chaturanga or through the knees to the floor. Low cobra, palms up. Curl the pubic bone against the floor as you inhale, lengthening and lifting upper back, reaching back to the legs. Toenails are pushing against floor. Lower down. In the upper body, bring hands back to shoulders, pick up to a table or go all the way to downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, bring right knee down, reach up for your lunge or stay low. Hands to the floor, exhale, step back foot forward and fold, neck relaxed. Inhale, reach forward or come up. Again, hands can just stay on the hips, elbows squeezing in. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Lunge, inhale, step the right leg back, knee down. Hands can stay on the hips with that elbow squeezing in or reach up. Hands to the floor, exhale. Step back to a plank or go through table to plank or just stay in table. Come down through the knees or a full chaturanga to the floor. Move hands forward, turn palms up. Push down in the elbows as you inhale. Curl the pubic bone into the floor. Keep that as you even lower down. Move hands back under shoulders. Pick up all the way to dog or go to table, to dog. Lots of choices. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Lunge, reach up. Exhale. Step back foot forward and fold and relax. Inhale. Push down in the heels, reach up in the hands, or lift up in the chest. Hands can stay where they need to be. And then bring hands to heart center. One final round. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Lunge, inhale, step the left leg back, knee down, and arms can stay low. Just because we're moving on doesn't mean you need to do anything different than what feels good. Step back into plank, inhale. Exhale, come down to the knees or a full chaturanga. Low cobra, palms up. Curl the pubic bone against the floor to lengthen and lift up in the chest and upper body. Curl pubic bone. Lower down, bring hands back under shoulders. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, reach up. Bring hands to floor, step back foot forward and fold, neck relaxed. Inhale, reach forward to connect. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the right leg back, knee down. Arms go where they need to go. Do not forget that. Hands to the floor. Step back. Table or plank. Come down through knees or full chaturanga. Exhaling. Low cobra, palms up. Anchor the pubic bone in the floor as you lengthen and lift in the upper back. Neck is relaxed. Use the back and chest and leg muscles. Exhale, lower down. Still using those muscles. Hands back under shoulders. Table or downward facing dog. Low lunge, inhale. Step right foot forward, left knee down. Hands to the floor if they're up. Exhale, step back foot forward and fold, neck relaxed. Inhale, reach forward to come up or just lift up in the chest, hands on hips. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, let's do a little chair. Now bring feet closer together for chair. Not necessary. If it's better for you to keep your feet apart, do that. Inhale. Again, hands can stay on the hips as you sink in the hips. Pushing the hips way back. Elbows will squeeze in. If you're going further and you're reaching your arms up, do that now. And take full breaths in. You know, maybe your breath got a little Less full on the inhale, a little less complete on the exhale when we were doing the quicker movements of the thuns. Come back to that concentration on full, complete inhales here. Fill up, widen the rib cage, widen the lungs. And as you exhale, draw the shoulder blades together, pull in on the belly, push down in the heels. Let's do that one more time. Take another full breath in here. Widen the ribs, feel the whole torso get big. Exhale, wash that breath through the torso. And let's come into a twist, so twisting left. Inhale, bring the right elbow over the knee, make a fist and cup it with left palm. Stay relaxed in the neck. And again, we're gonna use what are called basic moves. So I teach in a forest yoga style, which is not this sequence because we're adding in the yin, but these moves are. So the way you work the poses are with 3 basic moves. It's a deep breath in, telescoping and widening the ribs open, widening the collarbones. And then as you exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, pull in on the belly and push down in active feet, pushing those heels. Do that one more time. Makes it doable, right? Take a deep breath in. You can stay with it longer. And exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, pull in on the belly, push down in the feet. All right, let's inhale. Let's unwind, straighten up in the legs. Coming into tree pose. You might want to widen the stance. Just stand on the right leg for this. And you may wish to come off your mat or step onto a more solid surface or even use a wall. So standing on the right leg, you can just come up with the left toes on the floor. Hands can stay on hips. And then maybe start to slide that heel up into the inner calf or maybe all the way up to the inner thigh like we had them in that Brolga and those abdominal moves. So find the one that's going to work for you. And again, we're going to use those basic moves. Hands can be at the heart, on hips, or the reach up. Take a deep breath in. Widening the ribs. Exhale, draw the shoulder blades down. Pull in on the belly, tucking the tail. Push down in that right foot, down in the left foot, or in on the left foot. And take another breath here. Telescope, widen ribs. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back. Pull in on the belly. Push the right heel down and the left foot in. And then release. Bring the arms down first as you inhale. Step the left foot back to the floor. And then once more, come into the chair. Inhale. Reach arms up. And then exhale. Let's forward fold over the legs, straightening the legs. Neck relaxed. Bring hands onto shins. Maybe they're on the floor or maybe on the thighs for a halfway lift. Push the hips way back. Push down in the heels. Neck relaxed. And then exhale. Step the left leg back. Warrior one with the back toes under. Yeah, you might want to use your blocks on their highest side. One on the inside and one on the outside of the foot. Push through the heels, down in the front, back reaching. Reach back to the back heel. Maybe you're coming onto the thigh with 1 or 2 hands. Hands on hips, shoulder, elbows in, or maybe reaching up. Or maybe you're going to connect to that hands to heart. Another idea. Wherever you are, push down equally through both feet. We're going to practice those basic moves again, so take a deep breath in. Telescope and widen your ribs. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back and down. Pull in on the belly. Push actively through both feet. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back. Pull in on the belly. Push down through your feet. Coming into easy twisting, inhale. If you've got the arms lifted, hinge forward, and just bring hands down to one block, left hand on block. The right one's there for stability. Reach the right arm straight forward as you breathe in. This might be your move. If you need to bring the back knee to the floor, do that. Stay with the breath. As you exhale, maybe even come into a twist, beginning to rotate the ribs. Reaching the left arm down and the right arm up equally. The right arm is reaching. It's not just dead weight in the air. As much as the left hand is pushing toward that block, reach the right arm up. Find that equality. Get stable in both legs. Find that equal pressure through both. And let's do a basic move around here. Take a deep breath through the ribs, widening them. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, pull in on the belly, and push down through active heat. Inhale, unwind, reach the right arm forward, bring that hand down to the floor. Coming into lounge lunge, lower the left knee if it isn't already. Move your block out and then bring the left hand to the left corner of the mat. So it's on a diagonal. Hug the right knee into the chest and just relax the neck. Staying right on the kneecap. Pointing toes straight back. Not rolling the hip off to the left. It's more of a twisting in the ribs, not the hips. So again, find a round of basic moves here. So inhale, breathe in, widen the rib cage. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back. Pull in on the belly and push equally down through the front and the back foot. Want to do that one more time? Let's take another deep breath in. Widen the rib cage. Feel the torso filling up. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back. Pull the low belly in and push equally down through your feet. And then inhale, shift the hips back. Slide the left foot back. All right, here we go. Bring your hands to the floor, curl the back toes under. And then there are two ways to do this. Either inhale and come into a down dog, stepping the right foot to meet the left. Just like that. Right? Or if you want to get fancy, inhale, keep the right knee hugging into the chest, and then no matter what you end up doing, cross the right ankle over left thigh. It's called down dog with emergent. I don't know why. Take a deep breath in. Keep that right knee pulling into the chest. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, tuck the tailbone pulling in on that belly, and push the right ankle on the left leg, left heel down. And then you can either step the right foot down and then walk the hands back, or keep the ankle on the thigh and walk the hands back, and then step the foot down, hanging over the legs. Inhale to come up. Let's do it all to the other side. So you can bring your big toes to touch or stay hip distance with your feet. Let's come into that chair position. Inhale, reach arms up. And we'll just hang out here and kind of feel what it's like now that we have done quite a few things here. How does chair feel now? Investigate that with the breath in. Telescope the ribs. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, pull in on the belly, push down through the feet. Let's come into the twist. Inhale, bring the left elbow over the right knee, make your fist and cup it with right palm. Relaxed in the neck. Remember your basic moves. I'm going to let you take a breath here and do it for yourself. See how much you can remember. And don't be mad if you can't. Don't worry about it. And let's do one more, and I'll give you that coaching. Take a deep breath in, widen the rib cage. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back and down, pull in on the belly, push down equally through active heat. Inhale, unwind, stand up, straighten up. And then exhale, hands to heart. Here's where you're going to step off your mat or stay on your mat if you're fine with that. Sometimes the extra padding can be just that little amount that throws balance off. Let's do tree. So this time standing on the left foot, bring the hands to the hips and point the toes, and now you're on the toes with the heel against the upper inner ankle, low calf area. And then maybe if you have further to go, then you're bringing the foot up to the inner calf, below the knee, right? No on the knee stuff. And then bring the right foot further up if you have further to go to the inner thigh. And the hands can stay on the hips, elbows squeezing in. Ooh. Or maybe you're bringing hands to heart, maybe reaching out. Basic moves. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, tuck the tail, push the left foot down, right heel pushes against left inner thigh. Take another breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back and down, push against the foot, tuck the tailbone. All right, come out of pose, release the hands down. Bring the right foot back to the floor, wherever you've got it. And then once more, we're going to step forward into that lunge. So forward fold, just walk the hands out and step the left foot forward. All right, warrior one. Back toes under, back heel up. So the back toes are straight forward if you didn't see that or I didn't cue that last time. And again, your hands can stay on the block. Find that first, actually. That might help you find that equality of force between the front foot and the back foot. And then maybe start to move to more of an upright torso. Hands can stay on hips or reach up. Front knee stays bent at 90. Push to the back leg. You'll feel the back thigh bone reaching up toward the ceiling. That's what will keep that back leg engaged. And then you can focus on your breath. Because although we do, this is the yawn, more of a yawn position in the body, yawn energy, it's still the breath that keeps you steady. So take a deep breath in, even though we're not holding it 7 minutes. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back. Tuck the tailbone, push equally through active feet. One more breath. Exhale completely. And it's on the inhale that we move to easy twisting. So bring the right hand down to a block. You can walk it closer. Reach left arm forward. Right leg pushes back. Right? This nice diagonal can help us gain that feeling of that left arm working. And then maybe twisting open towards the left. Neck relaxed. Inhale, scope the ribs as you breathe in, widening them. That means widening them. That's just some forest yoga lingo. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, pull in on the belly, push down through active, both feet. And to come out of the pose, inhale, unwind the arms. Let's come into that lounge lunge. Forgot to tell you, make sure that you can bring that back knee down if those other back knee up ones don't work. So if the knee isn't already down, point the toes, and then bring the right hand forward, hug the left elbow in. Relax the neck. There's not a lot that this arm is doing. It's just there for kind of a little feedback. Making sure to stay on the top of right kneecap rather than rolling off to the right side. Stay more of a forward presentation in the body and the hips. The ribs are slightly turning towards front leg. Now, even though this is a more relaxed looking pose, the right toes are really pushing down to the toenails. The left heel is pushing. And the breath is full on the inhale. Complete on the exhale. All right. So now, to come out of the pose, shift the hips back, move the right hand back, curl the back toes under. And this is where we're going to step to that down dog. So we're either going to step the left leg back, so bring the right knee up first, and then step the left leg back to downward facing dog. Right? Just doing it like that, and then moving to the emergent. Or hug the left knee to the chest and go right to that cross of ankle on left ankle on right thigh. Expand the lungs. Now here you can really feel for that expansion of the lungs through the back rib cage. So widen the ribs in the back of the body as you breathe in. Push the right ankle heel down, left ankle against right thigh. Exhale, pull in on the belly. Push down in both feet. And then again, walk the hands back. You're going to come into a forward fold, or you can have that left ankle over the thigh to be fancy. And then step the left foot down. Maybe now going into a tabletop position, or it's just walking the hands out, coming into plank pose. Reaching back to the heels. And then exhale, coming down to the knees for a full chaturanga to the floor. Point the toes behind, keep hands under the shoulders, palms flat. I'm going to move that so you can see it. Curl the pubic bone. This is called boat series prep. So curl the pubic bone and reach back through legs. Lengthen and lift legs. This might be where you stay. If you have further to go, keeping the neck long and relaxed, come up in the shoulders and upper back. Keeping the elbows close in. Take a deep breath in, keeping that pubic bone hooking into the floor. Reaching through legs. Exhale, lower down. Keep hands under shoulders. Push back up, downward facing dog. All right, warrior two. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Pivot the back heel down. Coming into reverse warrior. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Take your right hand to your hip and squeeze that elbow in. And relax your neck over towards the back leg. Coming into a neck release pose with the palm up. Lower the left arm down. Keep both heels pushing into the floor and take a deep breath in. Filling up the upper back. The left knee is, you can see mine is too. It's the left knee is starting to want to straighten up. Do not do that. Keep the heels pushing down. Lower the arm down so it's more of a diagonal. And keep the breath full. One more deep breath in. Widening the rib cage. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, pull in on the belly, and push down through both heels. To come out of the pose, reach the left arm forward. Straighten the front leg for a moment. I'm going to turn around to show you the next pose. It's called head to ankle prep. I'm turning around, you don't need to. Left leg stays forward, left hand on inner thigh. I'm not mirror imaging here. Bring right hand down in front, down to the floor in line with the chest to a block for the floor. The block can be on any height. Again, the hips aren't turning here. It's just a slight turn of the ribs towards that back leg. Keep the neck relaxed. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Draw the shoulder heads back, tuck the tail, push equally through both heels. Stay arcing towards that back leg. Both sit bones tucking under body. And let's do that basic move. 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back. Tuck the tail. Push equally down through your heels. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Coming into tangled pigeon. So this might be where you take a pillow or a blanket and place it underneath the back hip. So to come out of this pose, turn your toes, actually you can stay with the left toes forward. Pivot the back heel up and then bring the back knee to the floor. And then walk the left foot across the mat and come sitting on the prop if you need it, underneath the hip. Front shin stays parallel with the front of the mat. So keep your hand on your block. The back leg can be straight and reaching, toenails planted, or bend the back knee if it's too much on the hips. Keep the right hand on the block and inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, bring the arm behind the back to grab some part of your clothes. You might come all the way around to the right hip. And then pause here. Let's take a couple breaths here. So this is called Tangled Pigeon Stage 1. Both feet are active. The pinky edge of left foot is pushing down. All the toes of the back foot are pushing down. And the breath is full. Again, another good pose to breathe and feel for an opening in the back of the rib cage. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, pull in on the belly, let the hips relax down. Let's do one more like that. Take another breath in. Exhale, draw the shoulder heads back, pull in on the belly, push down through active feet. Inhale. Begin first by unwinding that left arm, reaching up. Bring the hands down to the floor and step back either into a tabletop or go all the way to a plank position. Let's take a full breath in and out here. Reach back to your heels. Toes are digging in no matter where you are. Keep the legs active and then come down to the knees. Keep the legs active. Keep the toes and heels working as you come down to the floor. Boat with palms down. Bring your arms alongside the body, palms to the floor. Curl the pubic bone, forehead on floor. This might be where you stay. Inhale, maybe you lift the legs. Keep curling the pubic bone. Palms can push down, or you begin to lift the upper back, lift the arms. Take another breath here. No matter where you are, take that breath. Exhale, curl pubic bone, reach to the legs. If you're lifted up, lower down. Bring hands forward under shoulders. Push up through a table or downward facing dog. All right, inhale. Step the right foot forward. Pivot the back heel down. We're going to work that warrior, reverse warrior 2. All right, bring left hand onto hip. Reach right arm up, breathing in. So find that first. Push equally through the heels. Tuck the tailbone. That's what that looks like. Right, it's difference between here and here. And then let's come into neck release. Squeeze the left elbow toward you. And then reach the right arm forward, palm up. Let your neck relax towards your back foot. Keep the right knee bending, 90. Push down through the heel to help that. And take a deep breath in. And let the right arm maybe lower so it's more of that diagonal. Neck relaxed. Full breath in, full breath out. All right, to come out of the pose, keep reaching through the right arm. And I'm straightening up and changing so we can look at that head to ankle prep. Right foot stays forward and the hand is the left hand now. Again, I'm not mirror imaging you here. Left hand comes down to a block, maybe on its highest side, straight down in front of the chest. Hinge the torso forward to get that. Take right hand to inner groin, inner thigh area, really up at the inner thigh hip area. It's not the inner thigh, it really is up in the groin. Correct myself there. All right, bend the front knee, come back to that warrior two if you came out. Squeeze the right elbow and turn the torso. So the ribs, actually, it's only the ribs that are turning towards that left foot. And relaxed. Fill up the upper back. And exhale. Tuck the tailbone under a little more. Really tuck that right buttock under. Put on the belly. One more breath in. Wash the breath completely out. To come out of the pose, straighten the front leg. Pivot up the back heel, so you're spinning on those back toes, and bring the knee down to the floor. And if you want to use a prop underneath the right hip, that's the move. So then begin to walk the right foot across the mat and settle on to that prop, keeping the front shin parallel with the front of the mat. You can bend the back knee or keep it straight. Have a block in front of you for support. As you inhale, reach right arm up. Left hand is on the block. Exhale, bring the arm behind the back and find some part of your clothes to grab onto. The pinky edge of right foot is pushing down. All the toenails of left leg are pushing down. And I always say with these poses with the arms on the back, give us the opportunity to feel how much you can breathe toward the back body. It makes a big difference. One more breath. Fill up completely. Feel that back move on that breath. You can even exhale, draw the shoulder blades down, tuck the tail. See how that, what that does in your pigeon. And to come out of the pose, inhale, unwind, reach the right arm up, and then bring your hands to the floor. So from here, just gonna stay sitting down. Coming into square. Right. So again, square pose can be done in a couple of different ways, very similar to how we did those poses earlier. So again, I'll come back to mirror imaging you. So the left leg would be on top here with the ankle on the right leg will be on top with the left leg extended underneath, straight forward, or you can come into it with both knees bent. Now here, you want to make sure that the shins are stacked. Before you get yourself set up, make sure you have that pillowish prop that we used kind of in the mermaid ages ago now. You want to make sure that you have that off to your right side. The right leg is on top, left leg's on the bottom. The shins are stacked, so take a moment to peek over. And we're going to come back to our yin timing. So 3 minutes in each pose. We'll start with square. So we're forward folding, and you might even take a block or two, stacking them on top of one another for that forward fold. Your forward fold might be to simply bring the hands onto the blocks, palms up, chin tucked to chest. My hips are propped up with a blanket. I showed you I was doing that. I didn't speak to it, but yeah, you might want to pause, rewind. You're coming into these poses so simply that you can just be calm and breathe. However, one of the difficulties, one of the complications of yin is that the moment that we choose to be still is when we start to get anxious and we are the least calm. The reason the yang practices and yang energy is so easy to be in is because we don't have to be with ourselves. We aren't still long enough to actually feel anything. We just keep going. So while yin looks simpler, it becomes difficult pretty quickly because we're asked to be still. The way through it, the way to become still and to cultivate that ability to be still. And by the way, don't expect yourself to do it straight off the bat or berate yourself because you keep wandering off or feel agitated or feel jittery. It's to just notice that's happening. And just notice it without judging it or having an opinion about yourself. And just take breaths toward the fact that you noticed, toward the jittery, toward the anxiety, toward the tension. And allow it to just be as it is without trying to fix that too. Because that's just a mental doing. Be at ease with whatever's showing up. Allow it. Allow that truth to be true. Because there are other truths as well. Not just that one. Yeah, 3 minutes goes by so fast. So push into your props to the floor. And again, these back into yin. So let's be really careful as we move, which you kind of want to do anyway. So now coming into deer twist. So unwind the legs. So now bringing the right leg forward and then bend the left knee. So you're again kind of in that pinwheel shape. Now twisting over towards that prop. You may take your blocks too. If that lower pillow is too much as you come in this twist, you know, this is a perfectly fine way to be too. Okay, we'll do 3 minutes on this side. You know, and as your body begins to unfold in this orientation, your body relaxes into gravity. And the yang energy begins to ebb away. You might start to come down to a lower height in your props. Make those adjustments consciously. You'll also notice that, in these, when I move to these poses, there's instruction, but there's not, there's a lot of form that's an engagement that's advised in the other kinds of poses, but these, not so much. It's a little sloppier, so to speak. Again, there's an allowing. Breathe toward whatever is tight. It might be in your jaw. It might be in your throat. Areas that are not highlighted by this shape. Pelvic floor, tailbone, buttocks. To breathe in, allow yourself to be aware that that's happening, and that awareness alone can help to relax those tissues or those areas. There's that 3 minutes. So gently push down against your props or the floor to turn the torso back to center. We'll do the other side. So now just gently bring the left leg around and come into the square, either half or full. Stacking the shins with the top ankle past the line of the knees. And I'm going to get myself set up here with my props coming now over to the left side. Actually, I'm going to use these props. So coming into the forward fold and square to start. Breathing. Being conscious with what you're doing. And noticing that it might be easier a little bit now than when you started. To let the muscles relax to the floor. And you've burnt off some of that other energy. What else can you let go here? You know, you can use, maybe on a more subtle or more nuanced manner, in way, the basic moves. You can take that deep breath in. And as you exhale with the shoulder blades relax down, you can pull in on the belly a little. And we can go really hard. And then push down a little bit with the legs, or really just focus on allowing the muscles of the legs to relax toward the floor. You can use those basic moves as a way to stay present with what's going on. And it's going to be a more subtle, more of a mental shifting of the shoulder blades, and mental drawing in of the navel, and then that drape of the muscles toward the floor. Find a technique that keeps you conscious, not just kind of checked out, because there is a quality of awareness. And that's part of what we're cultivating here in Yin. The ability to be conscious without stress. The ability to be relaxed without being asleep. It's called relaxed awareness. It's different than the general state of hyper-arousal. All right, inhale to come up, and we're going to come into deer twist. So you might move the props over to the right, and then the left, and then slide the left leg forward gently, and wind the right leg, and bring the legs into that pinwheel orientation. And then coming to a twist on this side. It's a different side of the body, so you, like I, might do it differently on this side. There we go. And I gotta get that sweet spot. So when I come over to this side of my body, I have to be upright a little more. Just different. Find the place that's productive, where your body can yield. where it's not going to react and try to hold, the muscles will try to hold you up and grip too much. And the connective tissue can unwind. Making those micro adjustments as your body starts to unfold. All right, come out of the pose, just shift back. Bring the hands to props or to floor and begin to lift the back knee. Bring that foot around. And let's set up for Shavasana. So to come into Shavasana, starting in half Shavasana, good. You're starting with half Shavasana. Coming down to the forearms. Let's just start with the feet on the floor. You can just move the knees. And this might be where you choose to stay. Maybe bringing both knees to touch and walking the feet wider so the knees move in like a V shape. You can eventually move both legs out if you like. And I recommend taking props. My little girl loves to do Shavasana. You can take props. You can take those two blocks, right? Or you can take that, if you used a prop and you have a bunch of pillows still in that firm orientation. You can also take a blanket, which I recommend. So you can tuck the chin. You can put it underneath the back of the head so the chin becomes a little more tucked. Again, I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. This time, 5 minutes. You can stay longer if you want. Do not skip Shavasana. Whether it's for 5 minutes, for 15, or 5 hours. Do not skip Shavasana. I'm up. So we'll stay here. Shavasana is when the body absorbs all that you did. Even the yin poses have an energy of some doing. If you think about a symbol of a yin and yang, where it's the black with the white dot, and that's actually indicative of the yin, and the white with the black dot, as they're put together, nestled. White with the black dot, that's the yang energy. There's a little element of each. That dot is representative of the opposite energy that resides in each other. That black dot And the white yang is the yin energy that's in the yang. And the white dot in the black is the yang energy that is in the yin. There is some doing. But in Shavasana, this is where we take all of that is in that circle that is created and we allow it to find its balance within us. We allow that interweaving. And in this supine position, however, if a supine position doesn't work for you, come sitting up against a wall or in a chair. Some supportive upright position will also do. But just be in a place of rest, of receiving. Supported as much as possible. Close the eyes. Make sure you cover up with a blanket or socks or whatever is needed in order to rest. So again, you can stay as long as you want. If 5 minutes isn't enough, stay for longer. But again, to come out of the pose, so you step, my love, just roll over to one side. Push down into the floor to sit up. And use one hand to pick up your head. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to email me. I'll put my email in the description. And thank you for joining me. I hope this worked out for you. Have a great day.